to me and even sound like that. Because, there was a sore throat going around at home, and I got it. Stupid me. Got it, and now I can't speak properly. And I was having fever in the morning, and I probably during classes as well. I don't know. I'm probably surviving on 3 Panadols today, so which is not mostly healthy. Am I even audible? I'll probably have to like maximize the volume to like 500 to like let you guys hear anything I'm speaking right now. But yeah. And today was I only had one class, and so it was Islamic thought. I love the professor, I love the doctor I have, but I genuinely couldn't concentrate. Like the first half I was concentrating, I was taking notes. My GoodNotes, I got locked out of my GoodNotes, so I was taking it on the notes app on iPad, and it was fine. Like the first session, I legit was concentrating, I was hearing, and then when we had break for 15 minutes, I got out, and I was so happy because inside the classroom it's like freezing cold, and then with a slight fever, that's not a great thing. But yeah, I got out, walked, and I was like, this is heaven, because it's a lot more warmer outside. And then what happened? And then the second session happened, and I was not concentrating at all. My iPad was off. I was literally sleeping. I was dozing off, and I had informed the doctor I wasn't feeling well. And especially when I got to class, it was horrible. I couldn't speak. I was barely like gasping. Like that's the only sound that was coming out of my mouth. Like I couldn't speak properly. Like this is a lot better, but before it was horrible. I know I'm not maintaining eye contact. Is that? Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's the way today went, and right now then we had orientation. I was like, could you please decrease the AC, because inside the orientation lecture hall, it's frigid. Okay, it's like Antarctica visited, and I hate it. But last week when it happened, it was bearable because I was fine last week. But today I'm sick, so it was even more worse. And I was like, please, can you do something? And then they could only keep the door open for like a couple of minutes. But yeah, that's what happened. And now I'm back home. On the ride home, my dad's just gone to Zoom, and yeah, it's practically today vlog of sick. Again, so this past week, from what you have witnessed at this point, has been quite hectic and annoying, to not say the least. Like I felt sick and God knows what. I was dead, okay? I was literally dying, and I did not like that one bit. I did not like that one bit, okay? Like, why did I fall sick? Like, it was barely 2 weeks in and I'm already falling sick. Why? It's ugh, I don't want to fall sick ever again. Not that it's possible, but like, you know. Okay, so, leaving all the boring life stuff ahead or aside, let's focus on what I've been reading this week. So, I had made a post a couple of months back about these authors that I would trust with my life, like as in like they could write anything and I would still purchase it. And I remember making this post about Axie and her books, And the funny thing is, I've only read like one book of hers, okay, like one book, and it was XOXO, and I read it like back when it released. I think it was 2020 or 2021, and I read it and I fell absolutely in love. But then it's been a while since I read a book of hers, so, and I realized that she has a lot of other books as well. So I was like, okay, let's try to get into all her other books as well. And so I ended up reading Rebel Soul today as in this week. Okay, so Rebel Soul. Now the cover at first did not entice me much, because like the cover, it was a little this one, okay, like I was judging, okay, as guilty as charged. I judge a book by its cover, and this cover wasn't really that exciting in a way, but this book's cover is such a big scam, as in like the cover, when you first look at it, you might be like, oh, this doesn't look that interesting. Wrong. You are absolutely wrong. This book is amazing. Okay, so this is a duology, and so the first part is obviously Rebel Soul, and then you have Rogue Heart, which is also something I read this week, so it's a double review together. Yes, you guys are getting 2 reviews in one video. I don't know what you guys did, but you're getting it together. So yeah, I started reading this before I fell sick, and it was kind of a little, at first I was like kind of trying to get into it, because the world building and everything, this is dystopian fantasy. Dystopian universe. And so it's been a while since I've picked something like that, so I was like, it's taking me a while. And so at first I was going incredibly slow, but then once I fell sick and then I came back and I started reading it, I couldn't put it down. Somehow I stopped at the right place, and when I picked it off, it was good. Like I finished reading the entire thing in a day. Like I was legit reading in between class, like during break, we have like 15 minutes of break, and I was sitting and reading it. I was like, oh my gosh. So what is the book about? Rebel Soul follows Jaewon is the main character here, and it's been a while since I've like read a book from the male perspective. Like usually it's dual POV, so this is like from his perspective alone. And so at first I was like, okay, this is a little unfamiliar territory, but like we'll get used to it, and we got used to it. And so I started reading it, and oh my gosh, this is so good, because I just loved it. Okay, the way, like, and the way the author introduces Tera into the book. Okay, so I'm like, she places Tera's appearance very, very wonderfully, because you get intrigued by that appearance and the way she's being described and everything like that. And I'm like, who is she? Who is this mystery girl? Like literally, I remember having Python programming class, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about who is this mystery girl, and I'm like, I literally remember putting up a piece of writing code, like we had to print out something, like print something, like we are trying to learn about the different quotations and stuff like that. And so I was like typing, this is Neo Seoul, where is mystery girl, who is mystery girl? And I think I have a clip of it, so I'll show it, it'll be there in the videos. And yeah, so that's how much of my mind was taken up by Tera and her appearance. And like, at first, you just want to take Tera, protect her, and be like, she did not deserve any of this. I mean, none of those Teras deserved any of that. Like, why? But yeah, it is what it is, so we have to put up with what happened, and now we're trying to protect them, and like we want to protect them. And oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful this one, and the relationship between Tera and Jaewon, now that is also another thing that I absolutely loved, because oh my gosh, it's so pretty, it's so adorable. And the way, like, usually it's like the guy who protects the girl kind of thing, but this is the opposite, the complete opposite. And so what happens is, Jaewon is the one who feels safe with her, and that is amazing, because see, the thing is, Jaewon is sort of not a legal part of the community. Like, he has a sketchy background, okay, so sketchy as hell background, and so, but somehow he fits into society, and he's pretty good soldier, and then he somehow gets assigned to take care of Tera, and now Tera is, because of how she has been brought up in the environment she has been in, obviously she's very wary of everyone around her, and obviously of Jaewon as well. She's like, yeah, you can try your level best, I'm not gonna be your friend. But obviously they become friends, and it's so nice seeing their dynamic evolve, and like it's so obvious to everyone except them. So obvious. I'm like, darling, you guys are in love. It's as simple as that. Why are you procrastinating on this? Why? Like, it's so plain as daylight. It's there out in the open. Everyone can freaking see it. And it's a wonder that the actual security guards didn't pick up on it, which is like, what? Are you guys denser than these two? But whatever. And something I really loved is the action scenes, even if it was like making my brain lag at like the worst speeds, like because I have to like, I'm trying to reconstruct each sentence or action scene that's happening in my head. I'm like, okay, this happened here, and then at some point I gave up, but I'm like, but I understood what's happening, so it's there. Like the action scenes are super cool and pretty, like amazing, but it takes a while for me because I'm kind of slow at this. Okay, like action scenes especially, like this goes there, that goes here. I'm like, okay, wait, let's just go rewind, and like, yeah. But if this ever becomes a K-drama, this would definitely be amazing. Like K-drama or a movie, whatever it is, if it gets adapted, it would be amazing, okay? And one thing that the author sneakily did is the title, okay? So if you think about the title, it's Rebel Seoul. That is the capital of Korea, yeah? And so this is in a dystopian universe, and so it makes sense, but in a way, when you say it, how is it pronounced? Rebel Seoul, right? Like soul as in your soul. And that perfectly describes Jaewon. And the way his soul is safe with Tera, who's basically, scientifically enhanced human, so she has super strength and super recovery and all of that, and it's just so sneakily done. And yeah. How I said there is another book. Now, in this book, Rebel Soul, there is obviously another person you meet, and that is Ama. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, because that was like the one name. Every time I try to say it, it would always feel wrong in my head, but I hope I'm saying it right. And her and Ama and Alex. Yes, I'm hopeless, but okay. So, Emma and Alex, they are the other two. So, this is a part of like a super secret soldier program, like, you know, in how Captain America was created. Yeah, sort of like that, but Captain America is like one hit, one success, problem solved. But this, this is not like that. This is a full-on decades long program where like they tested on multiple girls and stuff like that. And so, wait. Am I spoiling this for you? Okay, it's not a spoiler-free review. This is not a spoiler-free review. I don't know what's happening at this point, but okay. Yeah, and so you have Emma and Alex, and throughout the first book, you can see how head over heels Alex is for her. But their story does not end right in the first book, and they're like, we need more. That's not their end. I need to know more. That's not how that could have ended. That's a tragic story. I need a happy ending for them. And so we get second book. Yeah, we get the second book. And which is that? Rogue Heart. Yep. This gorgeous is so good. Again, like these two books, they are top tier. I do not know why I haven't been reading this before. Like this is amazing. Everyone should read it. And Rogue Heart is now following Emma, and she is a telepath. Now she can read people's minds and thoughts, and she can also look into your memories and stuff like that. Like if you think about it, she can see it as well. And so this book follows her and her trying to learn who she is, because she's lived an entire life being told what to do. This book is her trying to gain back her freedom, her individuality, and it's such a beautiful arc, like the way you see her go from the beginning to the end. And the character arcs in these two books are amazing, okay? Like in the way like it shows such realistic characters, okay? Because when you look into it, even in the first book, Jaewon, he's obviously, we're not all emotionally mature, and we all have that grudges and whatever we hold on to and stuff like that. But here, the author helps them, you know, or not helps them. I mean, like the characters are learning how to give in, give up, all of those as part of it, and it's such a beautiful way. Like it makes me want to become a better human myself, you know, like grudges and everything, you need to let go and all of that kind of thing. And yeah, now I can't say much about Rogue Heart without spoiling Rebel Soul, but here are some things again that I really loved about this, like in general kind of stuff. So like here, if you look about it, now this is just me as like a art fanatic geeking out of it, but like if you look into it, the title, it's Rebel Soul, so it's 1 2 3 4 4 letters. Sorry, what? 5 letters. Wow, I lost my ability to count. Wow, okay, 5 letters. Yeah, 5. There's 5 letters, and this is also 5 letters. It's Rebel Soul, and it perfectly summarizes Jaewon, our main character here. Okay, and I know I already mentioned this, but there's a point. Now here, Rogue Heart is also ROGUE. So that's 5 letters. 5 letters again, and this is because out of the duo of Tera and Emma is like the more emotionally tuned one. Like as in, Tera is someone who appears strong from the outside, but is actually quite fragile on the inside. Like she puts up that brave front for others to see, so that, because see, her body is pretty strong, so she has to have that facade up for everyone else to see. But with Rogue Heart, or well, our Rogue Heart, which is Emma, she's the telepath. She knows everyone's emotions around her. Her emotions itself are very difficult to control, but internally she is more strong. If you think about it, like you can break bones and everything, it will heal. But like mental, you know, the kind of stuff, that's more difficult to heal, yeah? And so she's more stronger in the inside rather than the outside. And I really love that the way the titles are such a good insight into them without even saying, like, I can just, the best way to describe these two main characters are that, and it's so beautiful. The friendships in these books are so good. The writing, oh my gosh, I could imagine myself being there. Now dystopian stuff are a little difficult to like, difficult as in like, for me especially, who just skims over books like without reading much into it, dystopian means it's a little more different setting, so I have to like read everything. Yeah, I know it's a guilty pleasure. I just kind of tend to skip over some stuff sometimes when I'm reading, but this time I didn't, and I read every single thing, and the entire world is so vivid in my head, and I can literally imagine being there. And so when I went on Pinterest to make like is that like the posts and stuff, like the edits for it, I could literally pick out pictures. I was like, oh, this is the picture, this looks part of Neo Seoul, this looks like Old Seoul, and I'm like, oh, this is so fancy, and you know, it's so exciting. And I have stuff to come up with it. I put it on Instagram, and yeah, Rogue Heart and Rebel Soul, you guys are definitely part of my top 5 books this year. Or at least somewhere up there, because I don't know, I never even tried to figure out what's my favorite books this year, but like this is definitely going up there. And now that I've read literally every book that Axie has written, and only one is left remaining, actually 2, but Edelweiss was wonderful enough to reject me for an arc, so the second one will have to wait till it gets released. But I have the other one, which is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. This one. Now, I've heard so much good reviews. Like, I recently put up a story saying that I'm going to start reading this because I'm done with the Rebel Soul stuff, duology, and everyone literally messaged me saying, this is super good, it's amazing, it's like one of my favorite reads this year, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, now this is making me even more intrigued to start reading it, and I can't wait to read more and find out how this one goes. So yeah, that's practically it for this review, and I hope you have read any of these. Have you read any of these books? Have you? If you have, let me know in the comments. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to say? No, but like, we'll update on The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Wow, I forgot their name already. Wow, I am dumb. I'm dumb. Wait, what's his name? Oh wow, I forgot his name. Panicking. Wait. I hate this feeling. Wow, I hate my brain. Okay. It's fine. Yeah. Jaewon. Okay, yeah, Jaewon and Tera. Okay, so anyway, it's fine. You know her. It's fine.